they can make this as close as possible, hoping for a win, of course, and then make up the difference in the other two weapons.
There you go. Really nice press down the piece, just stalling it, not letting get follow, find anything. Pushing right to the end, finishes with an attack.
You can really see what it means to him, shouting as he comes off. Like, he needs to get this momentum, he needs to get in the right headspace. I believe he might have 1 or 2 more matches left, and then his job is done. He just sits and watches.
Both teams have such a strong Saber sides. Saber is a massive decider in the outcome of this match.
I'll let you do your thing now. Like, I'll go back to foil.
You go back to foil. Oh. Yeah. I had a friend for a bit, unfortunately. He's a foilist. On to bout 4, Sam Horn versus Lucas Gilson. Again, both fences had a pretty strong start to the match. Sam maybe not as happy with his prior performance. Let's see if he can make it up in this one. Sam Horn just lunging first, getting the attack on prep. Lucas Gilson asks for the video. Team tries to tell him no, but the referee says it's too late, he's already asked for it. So unfortunately, that is one video used up for the Durham fences. 1 of 1, if it's wrong. Of course, each team gets 1 video per bout. If the review is, if they fail the review, they don't get it back, but if they're successful, they get the review back. So that's Durham's review used up, and the referee does not change his decision. Nice press from Lucas, just feint after feint after feint. Sam cannot find the blade. Lucas just falls into Sam's trap. Sam takes the parry. Nice riposte. Although it may look like Durham is starting to pull away, of course, no lead is too big in Saber, and it can always change the match. Sam's nice, straight through Lucas' guard.
I'm back working with... Oh, it's me now. Let's go. I'm back on comms for women's foil. Durham closing the gap, as you can see, a little bit. Making it within 15. Just got to make a bit more of a dent in Nottingham's lead if they're going to want to have a major effect on the outcome of this match. You're also seeing, obviously, a sub in from the Nottingham team, Natalie Colkin, instead of Ellie Knox, who we saw earlier. Struggling a little bit at the minute, hoping to change her fortunes by doing an attack. Both fences extremely experienced. GB, as Natalie just finds the off target there. You've got to wonder when that will start to land. As she gets the single light and she finds the target there. Natalie finds the counter parry, but Sophie manages to get the remise first. Nice movement going back from Natalie. Sophie really just trying to set something up. Natalie getting the hit. Attack, stop, attack, right. Sheesh. Coming back to the same position on the piece that we've seen quite a lot this match. Natalie trying to establish a press. Sophie really just disturbing a lot, making it really uncomfortable. Trying to set up a counter. Like there. Referee taking a second to think about it. Going to check the video, wondering if it's on prep. We will see his decision in just a second. And he comes back, attack off target. Sticks with the original decision. Sophie marching down the piste, finds Blade, and hits the off target. Natalie becoming dangerously close to that back line. She seems to be aware of it. Attack touche left. Natalie's first was no. Sophie goes in at the right moment, bring Durham up to 14. Natalie just needing one more hit, I believe, to end this, and she gets the attack. And there you go, score is 30-14. Going into the final 3 matches of this Women's Foil Championship match. On now from Nottingham, we've got Holly, and on the left it looks like we've got Felicia.
Okay, so back over to the Saber. We have Foleyemi from Nottingham up against Louis Bedford of Durham. So this is the 5th bout. Score is 22-16 to Durham, and it's going to be a hotly contested bout, this one. Right in the middle, both fences starting to get some momentum. Obviously, bout 4 was good showing from Sam Horn, 6-5 to him and Lucas Gilson. So we'll see what both fences can do here. Durham have got a 5-point lead, but if Fowler can get some momentum behind him, that lead could come down quite quickly. We'll just have to see. Fortunately, it looks like Fowler could be injured. He's walking around. Might be his ankle. Not sure. Fowler's decided he's alright, and so we'll see if that affects him in this bout. Louis Bedford misses his first one, gets Fowler with the reprise. Fowler unfortunately not able to punish the missed attack. Nottingham coach has said that Louis has crossed his feet. There's currently an argument going on between Nottingham coach and the referee. David is not happy. Louis Bedford misses long attack. Tries a jumping parry riposte and manages to get it. That's really going to get in the Notts fencers' heads. That's not good for them. As you said before, it's always going to be a tough bout for Nottingham. Fowler manages to stop the momentum. Big lunge in the middle. That should help. Still seemingly having trouble with that ankle though. We'll see how that affects him in the later bouts. Unfortunate. You know, maybe if he drank his milk, he would have stronger joints.
Going into the 8th bout now in the Women's Championship final. Nottingham subbing Ellie Knox back on against Durham's Sophie Schofield. Score is 35-15. Durham need to try and get back as many points as possible in order to reduce this deficit for both Epee and Saber. And the 8th bout for the women's final is underway. with Ellie Knox on the right and Sophie Schofield wearing the red mask. Ellie wearing the blue mask. And the referee calls attack right to Ellie Knox. Ellie really good at that long pressing attack. Unfortunately, just gets off target there. And the referee, yeah, attack, no. Attack to Sophie. Ooh. I would just like to issue an apology. That is not Sophie, that is Tegan. And it's an attack from the right for Ellie Knox. And it's a beautiful parry pass from Ellie. She's widening the margin even further. Really going to make it difficult for the Epee and Saber teams for Durham to catch up. Tegan just fixing her shoelaces. Having some time to think, breathe and reset. And just a quick update on the men's final for Saber. Score being 30-22 to Durham, as they're about to enter their 7th bout.
Yeah, so on currently we have Lucas Gilson for Durham and Fowler for Nottingham. It's a big points lead for Durham, but hopefully Nottingham can find some momentum and make this a bit closer. Hopefully.
Attack no there for Fowler.
Fowler's attack falls slightly short, Lucas able to punish. Fowler thinks he finds the beat there. Lucas thinks it was his parry. We'll go to video to see what the referee thinks.
Of course, we saw Fowler earlier just getting some physio, so wondering if he's struggling there a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed like he hurt his ankle in the last bout.
Yeah.
Unfortunate slip.
Unfortunately, he's had some ankle issues in the past. He's broken it before. At a Junior World Cup in Boston a few years ago.
Good knowledge. Unfortunately, Saber, when you're pushing hard, trying to get to the highest speed possible to push somebody down the piece, slips can happen, even to the best of us. Unfortunately, that seems to have happened to Fowler. Looking all right though. Physio he got seemed to help. So, hopefully his ankle stays healthy for the rest of the match. This is Fowler's last bout on. Clearly the ankle is not affecting Fowler. Strong lunge and big finish. Catching Lucas completely off guard. Fowler again, fast off the line. Not giving Lucas any chance to do anything with that. Ooh, just about clips Fowler, almost. Fowler almost pulls him short. Not quite. Unfortunately, in Saber, millimeters matter. Referees currently debating something. Follower has gone for a medical timeout, I believe. Ankle clearly not holding up under the stress of Saber. I think in Saber we're going to go to a medical break, so back over to the foil. Yeah, I think Saber we're having a medical.
Lovely stuff. Foil going into the last bout. Sophie Schofield, Rachel Adams, anchors for their respective teams. Score 40-16. Nottingham, I would be very happy with this result at the minute because they know how difficult Saber will be later. Where we're coming into a match like Saber, you could concede a lot of points. But with this this start, it's a really positive. Well, it's a positive start, isn't it?
The momentum just follows you over there. And then, like,
Attack from Rachel there. Beautiful attack. Really small preparation, baits out the counter from Sophie and just manages to put the finish on. Puts her 3 points away from that target score. Make that 2. Really strong. 30 seconds gone and 4 hits. And there's the counter attack. Sophie Schofield spinning counter, gets her first hit in this match, brings them up to 17. If I was Sophie again, she's just trying to provoke. There you go. Trying to find her distance where she finds the riposte there. If Rachel overcommits, she's going to do that spinning counter. If Rachel undercommits, there she finds the riposte. Rachel working the prep. And a riposte, no remise off target. A lot stronger defense from Sophie now. Rachel finding a lot harder. Not a lot harder. A lot of energy, a lot of emotion from Rachel there. She finishes off the foil, 45-18, a very, very strong start for the Nottingham women in the championship, setting them up quite nicely for what I believe could be Epee next. I could be wrong though. Epee next, that's right.
Back over to the Saber where Follett is still receiving treatment. Not sure if it's actually ankle, it could be calf, knee. Either way, he is not looking happy. So we have a new commentator joining us for the Saber. Wolf.
Yeah. Hi there, Tim.
There we go. So, Saber has been, really strong showing from both sides. Durham just getting ahead, like bout by bout, building the lead, building that momentum, and it's definitely paying off for them. Currently a 9-point lead to Durham. Obviously, again, like I've said before, momentum is such a huge thing in Saber. If Nottingham get one good bout going, that could change very quickly.
Yeah, so Saber has been very, very strong for Durham. Will Attig, if I remember correctly, got bronze at BUCS Nationals, and they've always been really strong on the Saber front. So they're looking to make some headway here to give them that buffer for Epee and foil.
Absolutely. So Will Attig actually knocking one of our fencers out of BUCS Indies last year, this year, Ryuki. So they had a bit of a grudge match. Not sure what the bout score was, but it was definitely an exciting one. So
If I remember correctly, it did come down to the wire. It was like within 1 or 2 points.
within 1 or 2 points, there you go. Follow's leg seems to be, I believe it must be a cramp.
Yeah, so he was struggling with it in the second leg and took a lot of time out for it, but it's just looking like it's been progressively worse. And as a fencer, when it's just like that you know, it's only even if it's only small, it really affects your fencing because you know your lunges just aren't as far. You need to be at your top of your game if you want to perform well, especially at this level.
It definitely affects the mental aspect of the game. You know, if you're not feeling your best, it's definitely going to be hard to fence your best.
Exactly. But Nottingham have got Elliot Baxter on the bench if needed. Doesn't look like he's going to fence, but he's been out with a ankle injury for the season, but been in the south fencing past few weeks. So he could be used, but it looks like Follow is getting back.
Yeah, and speaking from experience, Elliot has got it back. He may have taken a year out and had ankle surgery, he's still looking just as good as ever. So if they do decide to make that change, I'm confident it will be a strong one. But no, it looks like Fuller is coming back on. It's the 7th leg of the match. Let's see if that treatment has affected Fuller in any way, better or worse.
Oh, hesitation from Fuller.
Slight bit of hesitation, again, could be down to the ankle, so we don't know really.
Oh, it came outside the middle, missed, but then right into Gilson's parry post.
Unfortunate from Fuller. Saber can be a bit of a rock, paper, scissors game sometimes. With 3 main lines you can go down, 3 main parries. Can just be luck of the draw sometimes.
But great fencing in that exchange.
Yep. So up now we're going to have Sam Horn from Nottingham against Will Attig from Durham. These two, again, strong showings in the prior bouts this match. So we're looking forward to see what both of them can do.
So Will Attig, he's a very powerful fencer. He can lunge you right off the line. Sam is a bit more light on his feet, a bit more floaty. So 2 different clashes of style. So see how these two match up. As always, the wonderful Sam Ogden refereeing.
Yep. Sam Horn looks locked in for this final bout of the day. He knows he's got to do all he can.
Ooh, there it
That
is.
is a lovely long attack.
Showing really good patience there, taking it all the way to the back line before he finally hits. Ooh. Chasing right down to the end, just picks him off on the wrist. But yeah, so far both actions have been taken outside the middle, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, gearing up to be an exciting bout. Spoke too soon.
Back in the middle again.
Back in the middle, like most of this match has been.
And outside again.
Wait.
Chasing down, misses, chasing back.
Ooh. And that shows the importance of really pushing your opponent right to the end of the piece. Makes that difference, you know, puts them off balance, helps you find time to land your long attack.
So Sam just querying that, but Sam looking like he was going for a different action. Will went into that. Will Attig chasing down to the end again. Back line, and he gets it. Hits through the parry.
Pushes him right to the end, but unfortunately Sam just whips around, not enough time to get that riposte on.
It's looking a bit bleak for Nottingham at the moment. Durham are anticipated to win the Saber, but Nottingham just want to try and keep it close. Last time, I believe they took it to, they only won it by a single point. So this could make or break the match even at the early stage.
Yeah, as I did not mention before, Durham were also in the final. Durham and Nottingham were both in the finals last year. Nottingham just edging it, so this is a real grudge match for both teams.
Comes off the back. Points awarded to the right.
Unfortunately, Will just really patient on that long attack, pushes Sam right to the edge, and Sam just has to try anything he can to just find that blade. Unfortunately, he misses.
But no, exciting leg, I think. Everything else, almost like most actions outside the middle. Lots of parries, lots of pull shorts.
Absolutely, it's always nice to see some stuff outside the middle in Saber. Don't get it very often, but you know, when you do, it's really a sight to see. So, these two fencers, Ryuki Hiyama and Louis Bedford, both trained at Kes.
Yeah, at King Edward's at Shakespeare Swords. So, fencing each other a very, very long time.
So, we're expecting to see an exciting bout.
Both fencers quite tense for this one. I can't imagine why.
Will Bedford able to find the parry on Ryuki.
Ryuki saw the opening, went for it, but as he did, pulled his arm right back. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he gets caught on the prep. Ryuki just waits, lets Louis Bedford attack, finds the blade and riposts. However, Louis Bedford is not confident that's what actually happened.
So Louis Bedford thinks he hit high enough on the blade that it counts as his beat. So even though Ryuki was back and he was parrying and looking for it, it was quite high on the blade, so that's why Louis has sent the referees the video. They're carefully checking this one over.
Get a sneak peek of what the referees are looking for.
Just to note, it is very hard on the video to tell if there's a parry, just because there's no sound on the stream.
Also, with the speed that these two are going at, very hard. Obviously, the blades are quite stiff, however, when held in the hands of professionals, they do look like spaghetti.
So they've reached a decision. And they've changed it.
Referee changed it, decided it was a beat from Louis. Ryuki's not happy, but already been reviewed. So Ryuki is.
So they're just double checking that the score's correct. And the parry post goes for it again.
Ryuki managed to find it. A lot more solid this time. Referee's not going to change that. One more. Ryuki giving a little display of his flexibility there.
But Louis can just lunge so incredibly far. You think he's lunged, and then he just goes a bit further. It's like he's floating.
This has that ability to extend slightly further.
Attack, counter-attack. So Louis tried to go on prep, but it's too late. He just attacks into Ryuki's already established attack.
Only 1 point in it now. Durham only need one to end the bout. Ryuki's going to try and make the most of this opportunity to.
Oh, Louis just gets unlucky there.
Gets unlucky. What is it? Socket. Falls out.
But let his defender's responsibility to keep their wire in their weapon. Just one of those things. He's got a long attack and he just takes it. Really, really good adjustment in his footwork there in order to switch his attack to long attack.
Really good fencing from both teams there. Such a strong Saber team from both sides, so that was a really exciting match.
So we're looking for a quite close match this time. So last time, Nottingham have won the past 2 times they've encountered Durham. It's been fairly close, but Nottingham have won by a decent enough margin. However, the last time they won, they had a much closer score in Saber. So already Nottingham need to do some work in Epee and foil to catch up that difference. So on to the Epee now.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay. How do I know which one's me? Oh no, I'm doing both, aren't I? But wait, how do I know which one's on? Strong start for the women's epee. Rachel Lever on the right. Struggling. Oh, and she finds the third one. Very strong start, especially or exactly what Nottingham have wanted. Over on the men's side as well, Louis Tower-Williams from Nottingham has started. Score is 1-1. Louis really aggressively finds the second hit. Really getting into the match. You can see the energy. I will be flipping between both of these epee matches. I'm assuming you can hear commentaries on both live streams, so take your time with it. As we look back to the women's match where Rachel Lever is 4-0 up against Durham. Extremely strong start, backing up what they did in the foil match, 45-18. Louis from the men's side, 3-2 up against Durham after their Saber loss. Durham hopefully looking to sit back, let Nottingham come forward, make some errors, and capitalise on their mistakes. Hope for a close match. And Louis just misses the flesh. Lots of blade interactions, really nice aesthetically to watch. No end result though. Whilst Rachel finishes her first leg of the epee with a 5-0 start. Super strong, really strong. Durham looking for an answer now. Durham looking with an answer with their anchor, Sophie, coming on. Yep, I believe Sophie. I'm sorry if it's not. On the men's side, Louis 4-2 up against the Durham anchor. As Durham find a point there to bring the match within one, closing distance. Time to see what Louis does. Quite an aggressive fencer typically. And Louis finds the foot hit, making it 5-3, closing off the first leg of this 9-leg match. On next, teammate and BUCS individual champion, Florimirica. And I believe from Durham, that could be Remy. I'm not really familiar with epeists, but I believe it's Remy. Women's side, Lauren Ryder Garcia from Nottingham against Sophie Peets. Sophie Peet, who I know Durham had one fencer in the final for the BUCS epee. I believe this is her, could be her. As it's a double from the women's side, taking the score up to 7-2. Nottingham very happy here to just accept the doubles in a leg which favours Durham a lot more. Couple blade exchanges from the women there. Lauren very happy to bide her time. She goes for the attack and just gets picked off by the Durham anchor. As the men's match has started, the second leg. Florin biding his time, putting a little bit of pressure further down the piece. And finds the parry. First hit of his BUCS final. On the women's side, Durham getting much more into the match. Score is 7-4. Bringing it within 3. 4-2 individually as she finds her 5th, bringing it within 2. Durham really getting back into this match. Wonder what's going through Lauren's head. What game plan she needs to formulate here. Take it to time, perhaps. Or start being the aggressor. .45 seconds left in this women's Epee match. And again, Lauren going for the attack, just sort of gets picked off. She goes from too far a distance. Got to close it. Great job from the Durham anchor here, putting Lauren under an extreme amount of pressure, going back, forcing the reaction, which it looks like she seems to want. And opposite action this time. The Durham anchor forcing a lunge, and Lauren just picking her off. Extends the lead back again to 2 to Nottingham. Sophie finds another hit, bringing it within 1. Over on the men's side, it is 7-3. Florin seems to be looking for a video. I may have missed what had happened. Referee going to the video. This time I'll probably make my way back to the women's match. Score is 9-9. Sophie getting 9 hits. She's done a really good job getting back into this match, putting a lot of pressure on Lauren, pushing her back as we see now. And time. Final score 9-9 on that leg. Going into the third match. On for Nottingham now, Ada. On for Durham, Zoe.
So can we substitute Grace on for Laura, please? Thank you so much. And I don't need to tell you again, she just stayed.
Referees on the men's side still looking at the video. Referee comes back, gives it to Florin. Extends the score to 8-3, a 5-point difference. Closing the gap on the loss which they had in Saber. A lot of blade interactions over on the men's side. No point. 28 seconds left. I'm curious what the Durham game plan is coming into this match. Hopefully just trying to keep the score as close as possible. Make a dent, obviously not concede, but Florian does a lovely little job there. Goes with the first, and then goes again for a second. Gets a hit. As the men's match goes to time there, score 9-4. Florian coming off after scoring 4. And the Durham fence coming off, scoring 1. Overall, a very good leg for Nottingham. On now, James Gowan against Wilf. Yeah, against Wilf, I believe. Both fencers coming on for their first match. Should be interesting to see how both fencers settle in at quite a nervous point in the match. James obviously trying to reach the target score of 15, and Wilf trying to make a dent into Nottingham's lead, and if he can, reach the same target score of 15. As the men get started. Bit faster than the previous match that we saw. Both fences looking to make their impact. Just providing little feints, seeing what the other person does. And first hit goes to Nottingham, goes to James. Misses with the first flesh, finds another remise, hits him low. James marching Wilf down the piste, maybe trying to force a reaction or find a way through. Wilf provides the reaction, goes for a little flesh. Fences come out with a double. Both fences seem to have settled in well, very even at the minute. And James goes low, finds the hit. Bit of energy from him, little fist pump. Extends the gap a little bit more for Nottingham. Trying to make a dent in that first Saber loss. And over on the women's side, we have Ada against Zoe. Score starting was 9-9, and it is now 12-11 to Nottingham and Ada. Very close match. I'm sure both teams will want to start to pull away. As both fences come out with it a double. Ada looking a little bit frustrated, perhaps hoping for more. But she's just got to say, lay the foundations. A lot of energy from her there. You can see how much that point means as she finds the 2-point gap. On the men's side, 13-7. Looks like Wilf has strung together a couple of hits. He scored 3, and James Gowan has scored 4. Quite an even match it looks like it's been. James pressing, trying to find an angle through. Goes for it. Wolf misses the flesh. A bit unfortunate there, and James just catches him on the arm on the way up. 1 point away from Nottingham for the end of this leg. Difference that we're seeing here from the men. Wolf going down the piste a little bit, trying to put a little pressure on James. James quite happy to go back. Very happy. Biding their time. Nice patience. 45 seconds left. As both fences come out with a double. Strong leg from James Gowan there. I don't think Wolf will be disappointed with that leg either. It'll be interesting to see how the other fights come. On now, we've got Louis and I believe Remy. Yep. Louis for Nottingham and Remy for Durham. 7 point lead to Nottingham there. Not exactly sure again what the Saber score was, but they are starting to make a bit more of a dent into that. Whilst on the women's side, the score is 15-13. Nottingham maintaining the lead that they had from a very strong foil performance. On the women's side, we've got Grace O'Neill, who competed at the European Championships and had a place at Worlds, but had to pull out due to injury. She's been very present in the Nottingham team this year and starts her finals off with a very strong hit against Christina, the second fencer from Durham. Nottingham having a 3 point lead. Grace looking to extend that. And Christina looking to close that. As both fences come out with a double. Grace goes low. Christina very happy, finishing high. And Christina there finding a hit, bringing it within 2. Couple misses from the others, and Christina just finds the angle, slides it on. Nice little inverse line.
And Grace there misses the foot hit, and Christina with a great stop hit.
Durham really finding their way back into this match here. 1 point difference separates the two teams. Coming into this, the two women's teams, you would guess that foil would go the way that it did. Maybe not at the score, but you'd expect a strong foil performance from the Nottingham team. Epee, it's a game of who's best on the day, and then Saber we could be looking a lot more in favour of Durham. So this is a really, really vital match, the Epee, to see which way it could swing in the result of things.
And that's a great parry riposte there from Grace.
Over on the men's side of things, score is 18-10. Louis a little bit of a slow start. Remy scoring a couple hits, getting back into the match a little bit, but he seems to have found his way now, Louis, to have this 8 point lead. Trying to keep Remy in the bottom half of the piece. Remy seeming quite happy, and he goes for one of his attacks, misses the attack. Remy just very happy to put it on. Doesn't need to do much there. Big error from Louis. Louis only needing 2 more hits. And I'm sure Remy would be happy with 2 Even more would be a bonus. Louis goes for the same attack again. Goes for blade, misses the action, finds another remise. Remy this time misses his attack, goes to check it with the referee. Blade is working, Louis is awarded the point. And Louis, like a train, just like runs at him, finds the shoulder, signals off this fourth leg.
Nottingham seeming to coming back from that loss in foil. Could we see a decider?
Saber.
Saber, my bad. Saber. Could we see a decider in foil, you think?
Well, it's not going to be over by the end of Epee, I can tell you that much, so we will see a decider in foil.
So what's your opinion on the men's championship? Do you think foil? Who do you think has the edge in that?
Oh, in the men's championship, I would be leaning towards foil. Very strong team, undefeated last year in all of their foil matches. It will be, yeah, I said Nottingham, didn't I? Yeah.
You did not say
Nah,
Nottingham.
it will be not. I think it will be Nottingham have the edge in foil. Undefeated last year in foil in all their foil matches. Undefeated this year in all their foil matches. After fencing Durham twice as well. It will be interesting though, because a final can affect a lot of things, create a lot of different performances. The atmosphere can do wonders.
And the fifth bout is underway for the women's championship final, going into the fifth bout here.
Rachel on the right for Nottingham had a very strong first leg. She won it 5-0. She starts again by getting a lovely little wrist hit. She's got 6, conceded 0. Flawless performance, on for a perfect indicator at the minute, but I won't jinx it. And who have we got on the left for Durham, Josh?
We have got Zoe from Durham.
How has she done in her previous fights?
She scored 4, conceded 6.
Okay.
However, that was against second fencer,
Who's that, Josh? Ada,
Ada.
which is a good result, I would say. Looking to make her impact in this. Rachel goes by the blade, takes it, finishes on the chest. 7.
That's a miss there from the Durham fencer. Just wondering if Nottingham are starting to pull ahead here.
Six-point gap for Nottingham. It'd be interesting to see what kind of targets Durham fencer will have in her mind, on what her target score, what she wants to reach. Obviously, she wants to score as much as possible, but you are against very strong, very strong fencer, BUCS individual champion.
Just as much about not conceding points as much as hitting
True.
points.
Very true.
She
Great.
misses the foot hit there.
Yep.
The Durham fencer capitalise.
Yeah, she'll hope for a couple more of those mistakes from Rachel, but that is her first point conceded this final. On the men's side of things, it's looking very even again. James Gowan on, and it's looking like, I'm not sure who the Durham fencer is. I can't quite see the team sheets from here. Both fencers having 3 hits. Durham fencer having more now, make it to 4. James needing 2 points to close it out. 8-point difference between the two. This Epee team looking to do a little bit of damage control, set up the foil team quite nicely for Nottingham to go and do their business in the final match. And Durham looking to make this as close as possible, make a little bit of a dent into the Nottingham lead, and set them up for a target score in foil where they won't need to win, but they might just need to reach a certain number. Bit of energy from Durham there. Hopefully trying to build a little bit more momentum, get themselves into this match. Jim Gowan feints to the wrists, and then as soon as he comes back from that feint, Durham just go in for the kill, get the one light. Shaping up for a nice leg for them right now. String a couple hits in a row. I believe they have 6 to the Nottingham 3. So this is a very strong leg. This time, James finds the hit, flying in, 1 point away. He loves that little low hit. Finds him on the knee to put a strong end to a negative leg for Nottingham. Next on the men's side, Wilf again coming on for, I believe, his second match. Florin coming on for his second match. 8-point difference between the two teams. Durham at the minute in the driving seat overall. Nottingham looking to come back and take the lead. Perhaps not in this, or definitely not in this leg. Hopefully in this weapon, but we will see. And just lay the foundations for the foil team. Whilst Durham are just looking to keep this close, put all the pressure on the Nottingham foil team.
Meanwhile, on the women's final piece, it is the 6th bout with Ada coming up against Sophie. As there is a good double hit, which I believe both fencers will take. And Ada just gets caught there in the parry. It's a very nice hit from the Durham fencer, Sophie. Yeah, that's fine. And Sophie just cut Ada there on the counter. And Nottingham's lead is slowly diminishing. That's great distance there from Ada. Just lures in the attack there and then finishes after she pulls short. Just misses the mark there, Ada. As Sophie is once again bringing Durham back from what was a 4-point deficit coming into this leg to now just 1 point difference. Well worked double there. It's a single light there from the Durham fencer, Sophie, and she has tied it up from what was a 4-point deficit. She has brought Durham back into this match and maybe back into this championship. And that flesh lands for Ada. as she regains the lead for Nottingham. And a double to finish this bout, which was a very good bout from 25-21 for Nottingham to now 30-29. So a very good leg for Durham there. On to the men's final piece. The current score is 28-18 to Nottingham, with on the left you have Florin Miraca and you have Wilf for Durham. Just as both fences are shown a P red card. As a minute has passed without a light. And I have just been told that should there be another minute without a hit throughout this match, then it will be a P black card. And of course, we hope it doesn't go to a P black, but should it, the team with the highest score, currently Nottingham, will win the match, and the match will be over. But once again, it should not come to that. And over to the women's. The score is 32 to Nottingham, 30 to Durham, with Lauren. Never mind. Back onto the women's final. On the right we have Grace, and on the left it is Zoe. And Zoe just gets Grace there on her attack, pulls her arm back a little bit, counters. And that is a beautiful parry riposte from Grace there, to extend Nottingham's lead by 3. Grace just misses the first parry riposte, but still gets the double light as the 7th bout is over. 35-32 to Nottingham, going into the 8th bout, the second last bout.
Hi everybody, currently we're watching the men's section. Oh, it's call. Referee isn't going to give it. He's going to give a card to James for intentional call to avoid the touch. So Remy always staying on the back line and caught on the wrist on the way in. Even though Nottingham are ahead in the Epee, they're currently behind in the total score, but not by much, so Durham are still trying to defend. They want to keep the score as close as they can in the Epee to give their foil a good shot of winning. Remy into that warning zone. James constantly trying to go for that foot. Goes to the attack, but as he comes in, he just slides off. Remy gets his point into his shoulder. So Remy comes in, but James, classic French grip power to the stop hip on top of the arm. So next up we've got Wilfred Houston Brown for Durham, and for Nottingham, Louis Tyler Williams. Both teams are currently on a P red, so this could have implications of the match if there was another minute without fencing, in which case the bout would end early and the scores will remain as they are. Over on the women's side, we've got Ada versus, I believe it's Coretta.
It is Christina.
So Christina.
Christina from Durham.
Yeah. And Nottingham in a precarious position because they've won foil by a big margin, but they know Saber's coming up, and Durham's Saber has been very, very, very strong this year.
Of course, in the semi-final against Edinburgh, a very strong team. They beat their Saber team 45-19.
Yeah. Like, having a women's Saber is very, very strong in BUCS, as there's not too many of them. But of course, both of their women's two of their women's Sabers made it to the final at BUCS Nationals earlier last month.
As there's a double hit.
Over on the men's side, both sides are really pushing for each point. Wilfred Strang comes in, misses his first attack, but he's far enough out that he can just remise into Louis. On the side, Ada putting a point in the right position, so as the distance goes, Karate goes right onto it.
And Nottingham once again pulling ahead. They were 3 points ahead, they are now 6 points.
She need one more point in order to go onto the anchor leg.
And she gets that final hit in a parry riposte.
Ada very happy about that one. Going into the cart line, engaging the blade and hitting for a really, really strong attack. So for the final relay, for Durham we've got Sophie Pete, and for Nottingham, the BUCS Nationals champion, Rachel Lever. So Nottingham much further ahead, but they're going to want to get as much of a margin as they can for going into the Saber after this. Over the men's side, we still got Louis and Wilf fencing. So Louis very, very heavy on the hand. Likes to flick through, and he just goes for foot, leaves his point in there. Wilf goes onto it. Louis goes in, does a massive disengage, pulls his arm back, gets it right back in. Just getting Wilf right on the tempo where he's off balance.
And on to the women's final as we enter the last bout. Nottingham know that they must get the 5 points without conceding as much as possible.
And both fencers right in there immediately. Sophie's got a very floaty style where she comes over with quite a slow but well-timed flash. Rachel's a lot more defensive, relying on lots of engagement and parries. So interesting mix of styles. As again, Rachel going with that engagement, but it's very deceptive with Sophie's distance because she has run quite far out a lot of the time, so it feels like she's a lot closer than she is. That's where you get hits like that. Rachel just going for the flash, but Sophie's already in with a point on the shoulder for the stop hit.
Of course, Sophie comes into this match with lots of momentum. Her first bout, she won on aggregate 9-4, and her second one, she proceeded to win 8-5. So coming into this match, she should have lots of confidence as she hits on the leg.
So Sophie doesn't look like she's wanting to chase it, she's just trying to draw Rachel in. She's constantly pulling her on the piece. Rachel thinks she had the blade, she had the target, but just a bit too far out. Again, it's that really deceptive distance and really quick footwork from Sophie. I think we're going to get a passivity call soon.
And there it is, a minute without a hit, as a P yellow is shown.
So this won't have much of an effect on the match, because even if they go to a P red now, that's just a double for each, so it won't really change. You know, they can't go to a P black at this point.
You've got to look at this and think, are both fencers just happy taking its time and leaving the score as it is?
Oh,
I say that.
finds it.
Rachel with an attack. She just lands on the shoulder of Sophie.
Yeah. Sophie looks quite happy to just take it to time here, but Rachel wants it, but at the same time she just isn't feeling the attack, so sometimes it's better if you don't feel it, just back off. It's better to not lose a point, sorry, better to just remain as you are than lose a point against you if you rush. But suddenly, it's now Sophie pushing and Rachel trying to draw distance. So Sophie clearly wants to give them 5, and as she extends, misses, and then perfect timing for Rachel to just get her on the shoulder. So Sophie really pushing now. Rachel gets the parry, again going with that blade engagement and stepping in just to keep the point of Sophie feet behind her. Very Italian in that hit.
And of course now Rachel up by 1 point compared to the start of this match as Sophie levels it up.
They're back to evens now.
Back to evens.
So will they be happy to take it here, or... Nope, Sophie's going for it, she's going for it.
Fine.
And time.
And that is the second match done, with just Saber remaining.
Quickly switch over to the men's side. Final stages. Nottingham have extended their lead. Currently Florin on the left and and Michael Seeker on the right. So Michael coming from a family of Epeeists. Flowing, goes in, changes line, hits underneath. 1 more point in order to end this match. But I'm pretty sure, unless Durham go on a run here, it's all just going to come down to whoever wins foil. But Florin's looking quite happy to take this to time. And there goes the piece. Had a few problems with dead spots this morning. but everybody's been quite honest. And Vlon gets the last hit, takes Big C, counter parried, and they managed to get it in and infighting. So, Nottingham are currently 1 point ahead. However, if they lose to Durham by 45-44, it's tied, and then Durham will win on points. So it will come down to who wins the foil to decide this match. I haven't done the maths of the women.
And we are about to get underway in the women's final. Saber. Nottingham need just 11 points to win. However, throughout this year, as it's attack left.
This is an extremely strong Durham Saber team. In the individual championships, 2 of the girls in the final, both of them are from Durham, against a team of no Sabrers from Nottingham. Bunch of foilists, and I'm not quite sure who else is in the team, perhaps an Epeeist. But Durham get off to a strong start here. 2 points.
His attack after the restart goes to Durham's way. An attack left. Durham does not stop as they go 4 points up against Nottingham.
Exactly the start that Durham would have wanted. Holly trying to get Nottingham off to the mark. As he tries to go for the counter, doesn't work. Strong start for Durham. First match, exactly what they need to stay alive in this championship final. And over on the men's side for men's foil, I believe that the winner of this match will win the championship overall. On the left, we've got Nick Williams, Nottingham. On the right, Angus Scott from Durham. This is sure to be an entertaining match, with favourites leading into it being Nottingham. Angus looking to set up some preparation, an attack. Nick just trying to go for the counter attack. Commits to it, but hits the off target. Nick very happy to stay back. Disruptive footwork. Maybe provoke something from Angus. Big preparation or an attack where he can get a counter or a riposte. Lots of preparation from Angus there. No finish as Nottingham start the match up 1-0. riposte is no from Nick there. Does Durham also get off to the mark? Angus with his first point of this match.
If you're watching the women's Saber live stream, play has currently been stopped for a loud noise in the stadium. So, however, the men's foil is still being continued.
Nicholas Williams from Nottingham 3-1 up at the minute, but I think our attention will focus towards the women's Saber at the minute. As Nottingham get their first points on the board. Strong Nottingham support on the right here. Lexi Craze, BUCS Individuals Champion, questioning the decision from Louis Gosling. Lexi looking for a video. Louis having to consult the video replay system. Both sides going back to their respective corner. A little bit of planning.
A little bit of coaching. As the referees head back out to make their decision. And they remain with it. But attack no, attack right for Nottingham.
10 more for Nottingham to win. Attack is given to the left though. They will not find a hit there.
And Lexi Craze goes storming down the piste as she attacks and gets the point for Durham. That's attack on prep again for Lexi Craze as she looks to close this second bout out. Both fences going a little early there. It's the final action. Attack left. That closes out the second bout.
Although Durham only needing to keep Nottingham under 11, they are on pace to do a really good job if it keeps up like this. We will turn our attention at the minute to the men's foil, where the score is 4-3. Change that, 5-3. Nick Williams just finishes off the first leg against Angus Scott, who I believe could be the anchor, could be the second fencer, third fencer? Third fencer. Second fencer. Second fencer.
And what's great about this men's championship final is that it is winner takes all. Whoever wins foil will win the men's national championship final.
On the left, we've got Ollie Strange, men's one captain last year as well, Nottingham defending champions. On the right, you might recognise him again. We've got Wilf, who was on the Epee a little bit earlier. Nottingham looking to extend the 2-point lead that they have now.
Meanwhile, in women's Saber, Durham have just received a parry riposte.
Energy really picking up on the women's piece. Just takes the parry, sets the attack, and finds the arm.
And finishes the attack. And Lexi scores the attack in the middle again. While Nottingham get a point back.
I thought there was one leg. Nottingham missing the attack. Lexi building it up, and finds it again. Momentum all in Durham's corner. Seeming to do an impossible task, but ready for it.
But all it takes is one bout for momentum to switch. And so Durham need to keep this momentum going.
On the men's piece at the minute though, Ollie seems to be doing a good job 3 hits for him so far. Wolf marching down piste. Ollie just catches him on his preparation, using all the height that he was God gifted with. Bit of a weird one, that.
Just seemed to miss there.
Ollie needing one more to close this out, give them a 6-point lead going into the third leg. Ollie's attack misses there, unfortunately. Wolf's counter is off target, as I think we might be turning our attention back to the women's sabre.
Attack, no, from the Durham side. Get the point to get to 3 points, as there is a massive eruption from the Nottingham crowd to our right.
Durham really not happy with that call. Really not happy. Sending the to the ref to the video immediately. Let's see what the referee's reviewed decision is. Whole of the Durham support really not liking that. Really not a fan.
Referees calling an attack no from Nottingham, but then an attack no from Durham.
I suspect either way that this is given, you will hear a lot of noise. Referee's taking their time, making sure that they get this exactly right. There is no doubt that Ellie's attack first missed. They are just double checking if the Durham fencer has missed theirs.
As the referees come back out to the piece and stick with their original decision.
A lot of noise from the Nottingham Ultras.
As the referee calls it attack left.
And Ellie,
Nottingham are asking for a video.
Ellie videoing. Referee straight back to the video. This match is heating up. This will be a massive hit for Ellie here.
This could switch momentum. Of course, Nottingham only needing 11 points.
5 more.
Whilst we wait for that decision, for those watching on the men's piece right now, Wolf Broughton is on for Nottingham against, I believe, could be Freddie, for the Durham foil team. Wolf's getting on to a fast start, 11 seconds in and 2 hits already scored.
As the referees head back onto the piece for the women's final and stick with their original decision. Both fencers have now lost lost their challenges. As in the attack left.
Massive attack, long attack.
Ellie misses the parry. Just falls short there. As Ellen gets parried. Long pressing attack, falls short.
Really back forth.
Find the light. Only needing 1 more point to end this bout.
And fences off the piece. Fences off the piece. Point awarded to Nottingham. They are about halfway there.
Ellie's attack falls short as Durham wins the bout.
As we are about halfway there now. All it takes is one really strong leg for Nottingham, and this match really changes. But the pace that Durham are on, it's looking really hard to break any sort of momentum.
Of course, it's impossible not to mention the massive Nottingham support that's come out here, dominating everyone's ears right now.
We cannot underestimate the support of Durham though. Strong showing from both. Nottingham, of course, having 3 teams in finals today. Durham having 2. Durham's 2 teams obviously competing at the minute. So we look over to the men's side very quickly just for a little score recap. Score 15-5. Wolf, really strong leg from him, from the Nottingham side. And Nick Williams coming on. This will be Nick's final BUCS matches of his 3-year career. As Wolf, the Epeeist from Durham, steps onto the piste to see if he can cause a change in momentum, put a little bit of dent into the Nottingham spirit. But we will be looking at the women's sabre right now. Holly setting up the attack. Really building it. Patient. And she finds the attack. Nottingham going crazy over there. They want this bad.
That's a parry across from Lexi, and Durham are equally going crazy. That's attack right from Nottingham. Catches Lexi on the preparation there.
5 points away.
Attack left there from Durham. Asking for a video, however, Nottingham.
Sam, Sam, can you be my video back? Oh, Will, you can be my video.
David, the Nottingham Saber coach, doesn't seem fully convinced. That could be a telling sign. Would be pretty harsh. Would be pretty harsh if the call was changed. If I had to put a hunch on it, I think the referee's initial decision is probably correct. But we'll just wait and see.
I think they were looking for an attack, no, but
yeah.
referee's already out.
They're back. I think they'll keep their original decision. Yep.
Yep. And of course, Nottingham have now lost their challenge for this bout. Of course, you only get one challenge per
One
bout.
unsuccessful one.
One unsuccessful one. Lexi misses her attack.
Makes it fall short, setting it up again. I think she'll be looking for the hand.
Long attack.
Oh, into the guard. It could be.
It's into the guard. This is a tough.
Louis really not sure. It's a messy one.
Referee's looking at the video now. Shouts from both sides of the crowd, both Durham and Nottingham think it's theirs.
There'll be another loud shout whichever this hit goes.
And of course, on the men's piece, it seems to be 20-5, a 5-0 bout from Nottingham, as Nottingham are dominating. But back onto the women's, as they've given it parry riposte for Durham.
She makes it fall short again. She's really being effective there, Holly. Making a dent. They're making a dent. It's looking very possible.
And it's a parry riposte from Durham. Single light parry riposte from Durham. They are happy with that point.
Nottingham have got to be happy with this leg though. Holly comes off, big smile on her face, maybe not expecting a little bit more, maybe wanting a little bit more. But she's set up the rest of the team really, really nicely. Durham needing 20 hits to finish this match off. Nottingham only needing 4. It's going to be a close one.
Yeah, Durham have 4 more bouts to keep Nottingham to 3 points or less. Nottingham currently probably in the better position right now.
Almost a reverse in scores in the foil over there. You see 21-5. Putting a lot more attention at the minute on the women's, because I feel like that is the closer fight at the minute, but the dominance of Nottingham foil at the minute cannot be understated. They're doing a really, really good job with Wilf Broughton against Angus Scott on right now. Wilf, lovely press, finds you off target. Back to the Women's Championship Saber.
Attack left from Lexi, and they both stop in the middle.
Lexi, BUCS individuals gold medalist. Rachel, women's Epee individual gold medalist. Both very good athletes.
The referee's not sure there. Think it might be Nottingham's point here, but we'll have a look.
You reckon?
We will have a look. Referee's still looking. Seems to have a bit of split opinions in the crowd here over whose point it was. As the referees head back to the piste.
See where he awards it. Tack left, touche.
Attack left.
Yeah, I would have to say I agree with that. Agonising from Rachel there. Gets the press, searches, just doesn't take advantage of it.
And that's attack left for Lexi Craze, needing just one more hit to close it out the bout. And there it is. Attack touche.
Okay, we'll take a quick revisit. The men's foil, still at the minute, we've got Wilf and Angus Scott on. 23-5. Really good job from the Nottingham boys. Durham perhaps hoping for a little bit better.
It's attack left for Wilf.
Just finds the chest. Wilf varying his prep quite a bit. And gets the counter riposte.
It's a very nice hit there. Just getting him on the upper back as he
Really,
goes past.
really in the zone there. Finishes off his leg. One more match and he is done.
As the third final bout is about to start on the women's championship final.
And who's on at the minute, Josh?
I believe it is Lexi on the left and
Ellie
Ellie
Knox.
Knox on the right.
Saber versus foilist.
There's Lexi.
Lexi misses.
Press from Ellie Knox as she finds the target. Nottingham really liking those long presses at the minute.
Ellie doing the same thing that Holly was able to do. Stop the attack, build a slow press, very foilist. And she gets the attack.
And it's a parry riposte for Lexi, and the Durham crowd responds. And it's a great parry riposte. Just catches.
Nottingham needing two. If she can just get one, maybe a bit of an ask to get two, that will set up the rest of the girls really nicely, especially Holly.
There's a single light there. The referee calls it parry riposte for Durham. Referee calls it attack. Stops. Nottingham crowd.
Nottingham are not
crazy
enjoying that
for a
call.
video review.
They're not enjoying that call. Really not.
Final call is attack left.
Attack touche.
As Lexi finds the target just on the glove of Ellie and finishes out this bout.
We're back to the men's foil. Ollie Strange on, finds a lovely riposte. Really, really nice. I'd watch that back a couple times. Marches down the piece and finds the shoulder.
Counter parry riposte there.
He makes it look easy, but it's just not.
Yeah.
He's just on it.
As he just closed out that bout.
Really just efficient. Nottingham 15 points away in the foil. As we'll come back to the women's Saber.
On the left, the BUCS individual silver medalist, only losing to her
teammate, Lexi Craze, who I believe is the anchor today. Yes, that would make sense because this is second final leg.
but she's calling for a video. The Durham crowd.
Ellen just doesn't understand. She's asking for a video.
Durham crowd not completely convinced.
No. I have a feeling that the referee can stick with the decision here. Will be interesting if this is a Nottingham hit. One hit, and Durham have to be flawless.
And the referee's already back to the piste. As they stick with their original decision.
Attack, Sush. Just a bit better on the legs.
Nottingham just missing as Ellen marches down the piste and finds the hit.
Rachel on the right.
As it looks to be a parry riposte. However, Nottingham calling for a VAR. Maybe thinking no parry.
I don't know. I didn't really see the hit, to be honest.
But if the referees change their decision and give it to Nottingham, then the women's
The match is done.
championship final
Yes, it's coming home.
going to Nottingham. Nottingham's not really home,
No,
but
no.
you know.
The competition, which was dominated by Edinburgh for such a long time.
As the referee comes back to the piste and gives it a parry riposte for Durham, bringing the score at 38-10. As is there a stop? There is a stop from Durham and gives it to Nottingham. With, of course, Durham losing their challenge earlier in the bout, so cannot video. The title meaning going towards Nottingham. As Nottingham storm the piste, however this match is not over, so we'll have to return. Durham not very happy with the decision, however.
Rachel, in all the celebration, seems to have broken her saber, needing to change it.
Yeah, clip's just been bent. Durham very not happy with that decision, however, that's the sport. As a parry riposte from Ellen closes out the bout. However, not many celebrations from her. As
Rachel ecstatic as she and Holly Thompson, the women's captain, embrace at the side, bringing home the first women's national championship in a long time. 2 years ago, it was at Nottingham. They were in the final against Edinburgh. The championship was dominated by Edinburgh for so many years, and they were unable to do the job. But in so many of this team's final year, they were able to wrap up the victory in what has been a fantastic final. Perhaps one of the matches of today. Extremely good job making it 3 for 3 of Nottingham teams today to win their respective event.
such poetry from the commentator Jack Ellsworth there.
Thank
I think
you.
he did English at university. He does not.
Lexi looking to make a statement here.
As it's a tap left. Minimal celebrations though. They would have wanted to win this final. However, parry riposte from Holly. And that's attack left again for Lexi as she's looking to close out this match.
Second practice, another hit for Holly.
Lexi Lexi makes Holly miss. She marches down and just clips the hand of Holly.
Really nice hit. Really, really nice hit. Durham one away from this Saber win. Although an extremely dominant display.
Lexi makes Holly miss. And finishes it off. And a very dominant display from Durham in the Saber match with the final score 45-13.
But overall, that is the match and the Women's National Championship. To Nottingham Women's Ones. A lovely season, a bunch of lovely stories. You could not be more happy for the team. Also, many congratulations to Durham. An amazing season from them. Many extraordinary results. Beating Edinburgh in the semi-final and
1 point.
exactly in the semi-final and in the league, I believe, as well, which has not been seen for a very long time. But we will turn our attentions to what is still going on over at the Men's National Championship with men's foil. There seems to be an issue. We'll get a little bit of input from Ollie Strange. Ollie, what's the issue?
Durham have put on the wrong fencer before, so we had to redo the fight, and then we did the fight again and redo, and it was the wrong fencer. Quite a unique situation.
Yeah, no, I can't say that I've seen that before. So it looks like we are just going to be hanging about to find out what happens here on the men's side. Nottingham in the driver's seat for the championship here.